Hey everyone, today we're diving into a simple yet incredibly effective productivity hack that can help you stay focused and get more done in less time. It's called the Pomodoro Technique. So, what exactly is the Pomodoro Technique? It's a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo back in the late 1980s. The idea is pretty straightforward. You break your work into 25-minute chunks called Pomodoros, and take short breaks in between. After completing 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. It's that simple. Now, you might be thinking, 25 minutes? That's not nearly enough time to get anything done. But here's the thing, most of us can only maintain peak focus for about 25 to 30 minutes at a stretch. Sure, you can force yourself to work for hours on end, but after that first half hour, your productivity starts to take a nosedive. It's like trying to run a marathon at a sprinter's pace. It's just not sustainable. That's where the Pomodoro Technique comes in. By working in short bursts and taking regular breaks, you're giving your brain a chance to recharge and refocus. Think of it like filling up a glass of water. Every 25 minutes, you're using up some of that mental energy, but by taking a quick break, you're topping off the glass so you can keep going. So, how do you actually put the Pomodoro Technique into practice? It's easy. First, choose a task you want to work on. It could be writing a report, studying for an exam, or even tackling that huge pile of laundry that's been staring at you all week. Next, set a timer for 25 minutes. You can use a kitchen timer, your phone, or even a specialized Pomodoro app. Once that timer starts, it's time to get to work. Focus solely on your chosen task until the timer goes off. No checking emails, no scrolling through social media, no getting up to make a snack. If a thought or idea pops into your head, just jot it down on a piece of paper and come back to it later. When the timer dings, congrats! You've just completed your first Pomodoro. Take a quick 5-minute break to stretch, grab a drink, or do a little victory dance. Then, dive right back in for your next Pomodoro. After you've finished 4 Pomodoros, treat yourself to a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Use this time to recharge, refuel, and maybe even tackle one of those distracting tasks you wrote down earlier. Now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what about those really big, complex projects? How do I fit those into 25-minute chunks? The key is to break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Take a few minutes at the start of your day to plan out your Pomodoros and estimate how many each task will take. If something is going to require more than 4 Pomodoros, see if you can split it up into smaller subtasks. On the flip side, if you have a bunch of small tasks that will take less than 25 minutes each, try grouping them together into a single Pomodoro. For example, you could combine sending a quick email, paying a bill, and reading a short article into one session. One of the biggest challenges with the Pomodoro Technique is staying committed to the process. It can be tempting to ignore the timer and just keep working, especially if you're on a roll. But trust me, those breaks are crucial for maintaining your focus and avoiding burnout. Think of each Pomodoro as a sacred, indivisible unit of time. Once you start one, you have to see it through to the end, no matter what. Another key tip is to use your breaks wisely. Step away from your screens and give your eyes and brain a rest. Go for a quick walk, do some stretches, or practice a bit of mindfulness meditation. And if you're working from home, resist the urge to use your break for household chores or other tasks. This is your time to recharge, not tackle another to-do list. If you're just getting started with the Pomodoro Technique, don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. Some people prefer longer Pomodoros, while others find shorter sessions more manageable. You might need to adjust your break times or the number of Pomodoros you do in a row. The important thing is to stay consistent and keep at it. So, why does the Pomodoro Technique work so well? For starters, it helps combat procrastination. When you're faced with a huge, daunting project, it's easy to put it off and tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. But by breaking it down into 25-minute chunks, suddenly it feels a lot more doable. You're not worried about the end result. You're just focused on getting through the next Pomodoro. The technique also helps minimize distractions and interruptions. We've all been there. You're in the zone, making great progress, when suddenly an email pings or a coworker stops by your desk. It can be tough to regain that focus and momentum. But with the Pomodoro Technique, you train your brain to resist those interruptions and stay on task. Each break is a chance to reset and refocus on what's important. Perhaps most importantly, the Pomodoro Technique changes your relationship with time. Instead of seeing time as the enemy, always slipping away, you start to view it as a tool for productivity. Each Pomodoro becomes a tangible representation of progress and accomplishment. As Francesco Cirillo himself said, it inverts time from a source of anxiety to a measure of success. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.